In this lesson, we will start by introducing the concept of asymmetrical beat. Asymmetrical beat can best be explained, I think, in the following manner. As we have previously learned, beats are heard or felt in sets of 2s, 3s, or 4s. As long as the sets of beats can be distributed evenly across a measure, the beat pattern will remain symmetrical. In the illustration, we see the sets of 2, 3, and 4 beats as they are distributed across 3 different measures. Note the equal distribution of each set of beats. In 2/4 time, there are 2 beats, with 1 beat occurring in each half of the measure. In 3/4 time, we have 3 beats, with 1 beat occurring in each third of the measure. In 4/4 time, there are 4 beats, with 2 beats occurring in each half of the measure. In an asymmetrical beat pattern, there will be an unequal distribution of beats across the measure. Observe that in 5/4 time, there are 5 beats of equal duration within each measure. However, we hear beats in sets of 2s, 3s, or 4s, not 5s. Thus, in 5/4 time, we hear either a set of 2 beats followed by a set of 3 beats, which sounds like, or a set of 3 beats followed by a set of 2 beats, which sounds like. In either case, the beat pattern is called asymmetrical because there are not an equal number of beats distributed in both halves of the measure, but rather an even number of beats on one side and an odd number of beats on the other side. One very good example of the 5/4 asymmetrical beat pattern can be heard in Dave Brubeck's jazz piece, Take 5, which is actually written in 5/4 time. See if you can hear and count the 1-2-3, 1-2 beat pattern throughout the piece. In 7/8 time, the beat groupings become a little more complicated. This is because, in addition to sets of 2 beats, we can also hear sets of 4 beats. Thus, the 7 beats occurring in each measure can be grouped in sets of 4 beats plus 3 beats, which sound like, sets of 2 plus 2 plus 3, which sound like, sets of 2 plus 3 plus 2, which sound like, sets of 3 plus 2 plus 2, which sound like, or sets of 3 plus 4, which sound like. An example of the beat groupings found in 7/8 time is given in the following piano exercise. Listen to the various patterns of syncopation that arise as we vary the groupings. There are numerous beat groupings that occur in 11/8 time. This is because each basic 4-beat grouping can be divided into an additional set of 2-beat groupings. Thus, in any measure of 11/8 time, we can have any combined grouping of 2, 3, or 4 beats, with the 3-beat grouping interspersed anywhere within the particular combination. To give you an example of 11/8 time, I have included an excerpt from an original composition entitled Spring in the City, a Study in 11/8 time. Because it is a study, it is quite contrived. I have used the basic beat pattern of 4 plus 4 plus 3 throughout the piece, which sounds like, and used a repeating drum pattern to give the listener a bit of a musical anchor. As a final topic, let's talk about tempo. The tempo of a piece is how fast or slow the beat travels through time. The measurement of tempo is usually given in beats per minute. Tempo can be expressed in words, which tell us not only about the speed of the piece, but also about the mood of the piece. You will remember the Beethoven Pathetique Sonata excerpt from our previous lesson, where Beethoven indicated a tempo of grave. This word not only indicates a tempo of 30 to 40 beats per minute, but it also tells the musician to play the section in the mood of a dirge or a funeral. Other examples include allegro, meaning briskly and bright, or vivace, meaning lively and fast. Tempo can also be expressed in finite numbers associated with the beat duration, as in this example, where the beat is equal to 1 quarter note and the tempo indicates that the beats should travel through time at 48 beats per minute. And the mood is indicated as a separate direction in the composer's or lyricist's own language. In earlier times, the musician or conductor had to approximate the tempo as best they could. But with technology came devices which gave the musician a precise and consistent count. This concludes our studies for duration part 4. In our next and final lesson, we will discuss the 2 remaining characteristics of tone, dynamics and timbre.